咁究竟啦，兩款基因型邊個正確呢？記緊翻我哋以前有段片咧都講過啦，無中生有三角形嘅係咪啊？2023年第6條嘅長題目呢，我哋又講色盲咯。色盲呢係一款遺傳病嚟嘅，而原因呢就係因為我哋視網膜嘅視錐細胞功能不良啦。咁色盲有好幾款嘅，其中一款呢就係紅綠色盲。咁病人呢就唔能夠分辨得到紅色同埋綠色啦。而另一款呢就係全色盲，嗰啲人呢睇嘢係真係完全冇晒顏色嘅。咁 Part A 呢就問翻啦，根據翻視錐細胞嘅功能啦，就要我哋去解釋一下咯，究竟紅綠色盲同埋全色盲究竟兩者有咩嘅分別呢？咁呢條題目呢，就係考翻我哋有關於視錐細胞嘅概念啦。我哋有3款嘅視錐細胞，分別就係紅綠藍啦，正正就係呢個 TVBuddy 個樣啊嘛，係咪？而呢啲視錐細胞呢，就分別對於紅光啦、綠光啦同埋藍光啦係零舍敏感嘅。咁所以啦，視錐細胞嘅功能咧，負責去製造一個有彩色嘅視野啦。而3種類型嘅視錐細胞咧，佢哋係用於探測喺個可見光譜入面嘅唔同波長嘅範圍嘅。然後啦，呢條題目咧就考翻我哋睇病學 BIO 啦。喂，究竟啦紅綠色盲同全色盲有咩分別咧？咁頭先文字上面就解釋咗啦。咁啊圖像上面啦，就有呢幅紅綠色盲啦，同埋全色盲咧，俾大家同翻一個正常視野咧，做一個比較咯。而題目真係要考我哋嘅就係究竟邊款視錐細胞出事啦，功能不良啦。咁既然係色盲啦，就梗係其中一款或者多過一款嘅視錐細胞佢係功能不良或者佢缺乏咗啦。而其中一個例子就係紅綠色盲啦。紅綠色盲嘅成因呢，就係佢係缺乏咗紅色或者綠色嘅視錐細胞。咁全色盲又點啊？咪就係3款視錐細胞都功能不良啦，係咪？嗱，咁基本概念呢，我哋就有咗啦。咁而家就真係答題目咯。呢條題目呢，就考翻我哋其中一款傳視技能，就係比較。咁記緊翻啦，要做比較嘅題目呢，一定係完整比較，即係話當紅綠色盲係咁嘅時候，但係全色盲就點啦。嗱，由於而家呢係講緊佢哋嘅分別啊嘛，咁我哋就用呢款嘅句式啦。A 係咁，但係 B 就係咁，你就唔好分開兩句嚟寫啦。分開兩句呢，只係分開去講述啫，你冇比較嘅。咁所以啦，你就要講啦，紅綠色盲嘅人士呢，佢嘅其中一款視錐細胞啦，又或者啦，負責探測綠光譜嘅視錐細胞不能夠正常運作。你話，咦，係咪一定係綠色嘅梁 Sir？唔係啊，佢可以負責探測紅色光譜嘅視錐細胞都可以係不能正常運作噶嘛。所以你可以講啦，負責探測綠光譜或者紅光譜嘅視錐細胞功能不良，但係啦，喺全色盲嘅情況底下呢，係所有類型嘅視錐細胞呢都係功能不良或者不能運作嘅。嗱，呢個就叫完整比較啦。去到 Part B 啦，題目就講咯嘅一個隱性嘅等位基因所去導致嘅。嗱，其實書本都有講嘅，不過佢純粹提一提你嘅啫。但係啦，全色盲呢就係一個隱性基因，佢係喺我哋嘅常染色體上面嘅。咁下面呢個表格啦就顯示翻啦，喺紅綠色盲啦同埋全色盲啦，男女嘅病患者嘅比例咯。咁你會發現啦，喺紅綠色盲咧，男人去患有紅綠色盲嘅機會率咧係高過女性嘅，而全色盲咧，男性女性嘅患病比例咧其實都係一樣嘅。跟住啦，題目就講咯，根據翻呢個表格啦，咁題目就問我哋啦，根據翻兩款色盲嘅遺傳方法啦，就叫我哋去解釋翻啦。喺紅綠色盲男與女嘅病患比例，點解會同全色盲嘅男女病患比例係唔同嘅呢？咁呢條題目咧都係考翻我哋嘅傳視技能啦，就係數據分析啦，亦都考翻我哋有關於性連鎖遺傳嘅概念啦。而呢條題目最關鍵嘅概念，你就要知道啦。一個男性佢就只係得一個 X 嘅染色體，但係女性有2個。而第二個關鍵概念呢，就係生男或者生女嘅機會率其實係一樣嘅，都係50%。咁而家啦，睇下整條題目嘅思考應答咯。咁先講下 Part B 嘅題型先啦。其實佢係一個指出及解釋嘅題型嚟嘅，因為佢要你解釋一下紅綠色盲嘅男女比例同埋全色盲嘅男女比例點解會唔同啊嘛。但係題目有冇講過俾你聽過唔同係乜嘢啊？冇啊嘛。咁所以第一分呢，你要話到俾我聽，喂， 究竟啦喺呢兩個遺傳病當中，佢哋個男女病患者嘅比例究竟有啲咩嘅唔同呢？跟住啦就有3分就係解釋分啦，所以呢條題目咧就係指出及解釋嘅。咁下次佢唔一定問你 suggest why 嘅，佢將呢兩個字咧變咗做 state and explain 咧係一樣意思嘅啫。咁所以啦，我哋先講咗個分別先啦。喂，究竟啦紅綠色盲嘅男女比例同埋全色盲嘅男女病患比例有咩唔同啊？就發現啦，紅綠色盲嘅情況底下咧，男性嘅病患者係比起女性嘅病患者嘅百分比為之高嘅。但係啦，嗱記住個但係咯，嗱記緊完整比較啊嘛，就係喺全色盲底下咧，男女嘅病患比例咧係一樣嘅，個機會率係一樣嘅。嗱指出咗噶啦，而家就要解釋咯。而解釋咧係有2個層次嘅。第一個層次咧就係講翻紅綠色盲先。喂，點解男性較高機率患病？點解女性較低機率患病呢？我哋先睇翻呢啲 X 大階 B 啊、X 細階 B 呢啲咁樣嘅符號先啦。咁呢個我解釋俾你聽嘅，你唔一定咧要攞住呢啲符號嚟做答案嘅。但係啦，當我哋拎住呢啲 X 大階 B 啊、細階 B 啊、Y 咧，我哋就明白到啦。男性咧佢只係得一條嘅 X 染色體，而呢一個導致紅綠色盲嘅等位基因，佢真係出現咗嘅話咧，即係話呢個男性哪怕只係接收到一個 X chromosome， 佢係有呢個隱性嘅等位基因，其實佢已經會發病啦，啱唔啱啊？男性嚟講係咪已經係50-50嘅機會咯？然後女性嚟計咧，由於佢有2個嘅 X 染色體，咁哪怕啦佢係有一個隱性嘅等位基因，即係導致紅綠色盲嘅呢個等位基因啦。其實喺呢個 X 大階 B、X 細階 B 嘅情況底下，其實佢係冇病嘅，佢只係有 X 細 B、X 細 B 呢個情況底下，佢先會發病嘅。所以啦，女性相比起男性咧，要患上紅綠色盲嘅機會咧就會低一啲啦。唔好忘記我哋都要解釋翻全色盲。嗱，全色盲咧我就當啦，大階 T 咧就係正常嘅彩色視野啦，細階 T 咧就係導致到呢個全色盲嘅等位基因啦。咁即係話啦，即使你係大 T 大 T 大 T 細 T 咧，其實你都係正常嘅彩色視野嘅。直至啦你係細 T 細 T 嘅純合隱性咧，你先係會患上全色盲嘅啫。而最緊要嘅就係，其實生男生女嘅機率係一半一半嘅啫嘛。所以啦，全色盲嘅等位基因，由於佢係喺常染色體，其實男性女性都有機會拎得到。而我哋生男生女嘅機會仲要係一半一半添。咁所以啦，佢哋患上嘅機會率咧就係一樣啦。好啦，跟住啦就去到 Part C 咯，我哋就學識睇一個族譜咯。咁下面啦，我見到阿1、阿2啦，所謂正常視野嘅男女性。不過啦，3、4、5當中，我哋就發現阿4同阿5咧，佢哋就係色盲嘅男仔。咁而家 Part 1咧就講啦，而家咧阿1同阿2咧諗住再生多一個小朋友。你就用翻啦大階 B 啦，就作為一個正常視力嘅等位基因。細階 B 咧就係紅綠色盲嘅等位基因。要我哋畫翻一個基因遺傳圖去講翻啦，生出嚟嗰個小朋友患有紅綠色盲嘅女仔嘅機會係幾多？咁今次亦都講到明啦，龐氏表咧係不給予分數嘅。咁整條題目嘅思考邏輯啦，咁記緊翻啦。陣間你都要畫 symbol 噶啦 ，X 大 B、X 細 B 同埋 Y。你唔好咧以為話，喂唔係，題目淨係俾大 B 細 B 啫，咁我咪寫翻大 B 細 B 咪得咯。但係頭先係 Part B 講到明噶啦嘛。喂，紅綠色盲係性連鎖噶嘛，佢係喺 X 染色體所出現噶嘛，係咪？咁所以啦，當你畫 symbol 嘅時候咧，一定要畫翻呢個 X 大 B、X 細 B 同埋 Y 咯。咁啊，跟住就畫圖咯，係咪啊？冇咁快，你都要知道翻啊。阿1號仔同埋2號女啊，究竟佢哋個基因型係如何嘅，係咪？咁啊，1號仔咧唔難理解嘅，佢係一個正常視力嘅男性，所以一定係 X 大階 B 楞住個 Y 噶啦。喂，點解唔係 X 細階 B 啊？如果佢係 X 細階 B， 佢已經係一個色盲嘅男人啦，係咪？但係佢唔係啊嘛，佢正常視力噶嘛，係咪？然後啦，就去到2號女咯。喂，究竟阿老婆啦，你係 X 大 B 大 B 定係 X 大 B 細 B 呢？咁究竟啦，兩款基因型邊個正確呢？記緊翻我哋以前有段片咧都講過啦，無中生有三角形嘅係咪啊？而家啦，要無中生有係咪就係冇病生個有病啊？ 啦，你可以用124啦，或者125啦，去做翻一個無中生有三角形咯。咁你就會發現啦，R4同R5咧，其實都係患有色盲嘅男仔嚟嘅。咁佢哋啦，自不然有個 Y 嘅 chromosome 就係1號阿老豆俾佢哋噶啦。咁另一個 X chromosome 喺邊度嚟噶？咪就係阿媽嗰度嚟嘅咯。咁阿媽俾咗咩佢啊？阿媽咪俾咗個 X 世界 B 噶啦，係咪？咁所以啦，2號呢個老婆咧，一定係 X 大街 B、X 世界 B 噶啦。咁有咗老婆同埋老公嘅基因型咯，咁我哋真係可以畫圖咯。咁啊，首先啦，有翻個 labeling 啦，寫翻個親代啦，最緊要係個交叉啦，係咪？老豆啦 X 大街 B 楞住個 Y 啦，老婆咧就 X 大街 B 同埋 X 世界 B 啦，而啦各自有2類型嘅配置啦，而啦嗱逐條線畫啦，係嘛 ？X 大 B、X 大 B、X 大 B、X 細 B、X 大 B 楞住個 Y 同埋 X 細 B 楞住個 Y。咁你會發現啦，正常女仔、正常女仔、正常男仔同埋紅綠色盲嘅男仔，但係題目就問啦，佢要生一個紅綠色盲嘅女，答案係冇可能啊，係0啊！你今日贏嘅機會係0啊！單親嘅女呢，都係有正常嘅彩色視野嘅，所以啦唔使擔心咯。第一條啦，有啲咩嘅題型變奏呢？今次咧就要用基因遺傳圖去解釋啫。前面問翻你用文字解釋咯，推論翻2號呢個老婆嘅基因型，可唔可以解釋你嘅答案啊？或者3號女嘅基因型，你又可唔可以推論得到啊？同埋解釋你嘅答案。嗱，大家都係4分，呢4分呢，正正就係4步成詩嗰陣時教過大家啦。咁所以啦，趁考試之前呢，快快就睇下片溫下書咯噃。好，跟住嚟到第2部分啦。題目就講啦，R4同R5咧，其實就孖生嘅。咁我哋可唔可以判斷得到咧？究竟佢哋係單卵雙生啦，定係異卵雙生？同埋解釋你嘅答案啦。咁呢個題目啦，正正就係考翻我哋咩叫做 identical twins 單卵雙生。但係佢哋咧喺基因上係完全一模一樣，因為啦，佢哋當初咧都係由一粒嘅核子去分裂成為2個嘅個體而成嘅啫。咁但係今次得唔得呢？嗱，佢哋2個都係仔嚟噶，而佢哋2個就真係患有色盲喎。咁我哋可唔可以話佢哋係單卵雙生或者異卵雙生呢？其實係不得而知嘅。咁啊，因為啦呢個題目呢，就只係講咗佢哋其中一類型嘅特徵。佢哋大家都係仔，咁其實異卵雙生都可以生到2個都係仔噶嘛。異卵雙生唔一定係龍鳳胎噶嘛，但係記緊翻龍鳳胎一定係異卵雙生，係咪？或者另一個睇法啦，佢哋雖然都係男仔，都係有色盲嘅，但係係咪代表佢哋係單卵雙生一模一樣嘅同一個人呢？因為啦，一個人仲有好多唔同類型嘅表現型噶嘛，係咪？例如啦，佢哋嘅血型啊，例如佢哋有冇耳珠啊，都有好多表現型俾我哋觀察噶。但係今次嘅題目就係得一類型啫嘛，所以啦，我哋都唔能夠以偏概全嘅。好，跟住啦嚟到一點出發咯。今次嘅題目咧就講色盲嘅，咁啊同過往嘅色盲題目唔同啦。今次問埋你全色盲啦，而今次咧題目咧都同大家溫下書，導致到紅綠色盲嘅等位基因咧就喺性染色體嘅，而導致全色盲嘅等位基因咧就喺常染色體嘅。然後啦，題目咧就問2樣嘢咯，彩色嘅視野啦，同埋族譜啦。對於彩色視野唔使審啦，梗係問翻視錐細胞啦。就係咁，他日啦又可以問下你咯，視錐細胞喺個視網膜嘅分佈究竟佢喺邊度啦？同埋啦，視錐細胞除咗產生一個彩色視野之外啦，佢望嘢嘅敏銳程度又如何呢？咁當然亦都可以同個視桿細胞做個比較啦，係咪？然後啦就去到族譜咯。嗱，其實今次可以用翻無中生有去問我哋有關於喺呢個家庭入面嘅唔同嘅人物啦，佢哋嗰個基因型係如何啦。而今次啦，亦都有問到咧，我哋可唔可以憑住某幾個特性判斷得到呢一啲嘅孖仔究竟係咪同卵雙生或者係異卵雙生咯？而綜合咁多類型嘅概念咧，唔使審啦。呢個題目亦都係梁 Sir 最喜歡噶啦，就係睇病學 Bio 啦。你會發現得到啦，過往紅綠色盲咧，計埋今次咧係問咗3次噶啦，仲要3次都係長題喎，都幾多下喎。個方面跨課題啊嘛，又可以問你基因遺傳，又可以問你眼睛嘅功能。咁仲有啲咩病痛呢？咁講完色盲啦，咁啊講下夜盲啦。咁夜盲係缺乏症啦，就缺乏維他命 A 啦，係咪？又或者啦，問翻遠視近視咯。咁遠視近視啊，色盲之外呢，咁其實過往都有問過有關於老花噶，或者視疲勞噶。咁所以啦，睇病學 Bio 咧，係真係一個既係學到嘢，又可以應付考試嘅方法嚟嘅。 223 question number 6 is about color blindness. Again, blindness is an inherited disorder due to the defective functioning of the cone cells in the retina. And there are many types of color blindness. For example, people with red-green color blindness fail to distinguish between red and green colors, while those with total color blindness experience total loss of the color vision. So part A, based on the functioning of the cone cells, suggests why the condition of the red-green color blindness is different from that of the total color blindness. So this question is asking us to recall the 3 types of cone cell. Red, green, blue is just like the logo of the TV buddy. And then these 3 types of cone cells, they are responsible for the color vision because they are detecting different ranges of the wavelength in the visible spectrum. And then this question is also about disease approach. And then we need to distinguish red-green color blindness from total color blindness. In the question, the description is already given. Now I want to give you the picture to compare the normal eyesight, red-green color blindness, and the total color blindness. And then we need to point out which type of cone cell cannot function normally. From the textbook, we know that the color blindness is caused by the deficiency or defect of 1 or more of 3 types of the cone cells. And the most common type is the red-green color blindness. A person with this defect cannot distinguish between red and green is caused by defect of the red or green cone cells, or both. So after this quick revision, so let's do the question together. This question is also checking us the skills about the comparison. Remember, when we are doing comparison question, we need to do the complete comparison. It means that when we are talking about red-green color blindness is XXX, we need to use this conjunction, but total color blindness is YYY. Because when we are doing comparison, we cannot use 2 separate statements to describe red-green color blindness and the total color blindness. Therefore, we need to say that one type of cone cell or the cone cell of detecting green spectrum do not function in the red-green color blindness, while, or you say but, all 3 types of the cone cell do not function in the total color blindness. Part B is about the basic genetics question. Red-green color blindness is caused by the recessive allele on the X chromosome, while total color blindness is caused by a recessive allele which is located on an autosome. And the table shows the percentage occurrence of red-green color blindness and total color blindness in men and women. So you can see that for the red-green color blindness, for men 8%, women 0.5%. For the total color blindness, the percentage for men and women is the same. So with reference to the inheritance of 2 types of color blindness suggests why the occurrence of the red-green color blindness in men as compared to the women differ from that of the total color blindness. So for this question, it also checks us the cyanotic skills, which is the data analysis. And then the concept checking is about the sex linkage inheritance. And then there are 2 critical concepts. The first one is that the men have only 1 X chromosome, while women have 2. And the second critical concept is that the chance of giving birth to boy and girl is equal. So before we go through the answer, I need to tell you that this question, the question type is state and explain. It means that we need to state the difference first. It means that we need to do the complete comparison. The question asks us to suggest why the occurrence of the red-green color blindness in men as compared to women differ from that of the total color blindness. But does the question tell you the difference yet? Not really. The question doesn't tell you the difference. Therefore, you need to state the difference first and then explain the difference. So maybe next time they can use state and explain the occurrence of the red-green color blindness in men as compared to women differ from that of the total color blindness. It is the same question actually. So for the first mark, state the difference. What's the difference? As what we say that, the difference is that the percentage of the men suffering from red-green color blindness is greater than that of women. The percentage of men suffering from total color blindness is the same as that of the women. So we talk about the difference already. And then we need to do the explanation. First of all, we need to talk about the inheritance of the red-green color blindness. There are 2 levels. The first level is that why do the men have higher chance to suffer from red-green color blindness? Secondly, we need to talk about why do women suffering why women suffer from red-green color blindness, the percentage is lower. So let's go through the possible genotypes and the phenotypes. So for the men, we know that the allele for the red-green color blindness is located on the X chromosome. Since men have only one X chromosome, they will have the disorder once they receive an X chromosome carrying the recessive allele or the red-green color blindness allele. So you can see that for this one, X small b, Y, and then he is suffering from red-green color blindness. And what about the women? Women have two X chromosomes, so they will have the disorder only if they have recessive allele on both X chromosomes, which is this case, X small b, X small b. As a result, women have a lower chance of having red-green color blindness. After that, we need to talk about the inheritance or the total color blindness. Let capital letter T is the normal color blindness allele, and let small letter t be the total color blindness allele. So you can see that big T, and big T, small t, they are the normal color vision individuals. For the homozygous recessive small t, this individual will be suffering from total color blindness. So we know that the allele of total color blindness is located on an autosome. So both men and women have equal chance of inheriting the recessive allele. And then for part C, we need to study the pedigree. It shows the inheritance of the red-green color blindness in a family. Individuals 1 and 2, they are normal male and normal female. And for their children, 3, 4, 5, we see that individuals 4 and 5, they are colorblind male. So the couple is expecting another child. In capital letter B to represent the allele for normal vision, and small letter b to represent the allele of the red-green color blindness, and construct a genetic diagram to find out the probability of this newborn being a girl with red-green color blindness. So as usual, Punnett square is not accepted. So for this question, surely we need to mark the symbol first. X capital letter B and X small b, and then for Y. So remember that although the question gives you capital letter B and the small b, don't just use big B and small b. Remember the allele for the red-green color blindness, they are on the X chromosome. Therefore, the symbol must be like this. And then after that, do we start constructing the genetic diagram? No. We need to determine the genotype of individuals 1 and 2 first. For individual 1, easy to understand. Normal male, it means that for the XY chromosome, he must be carrying the X chromosome with the capital letter B allele. And then for the individuals 2, normal female, so she should be X big B, or X big B and X small b. So remember that we have the video before of out of nothing triangle. We can use the out of nothing triangle to deduce the genotype of the individual. So we can use 1, 2, 4 or 1, 2, 5, okay, normal, and then give born to a colorblind male to do the deduction. So we know that individuals 4 and 5, they are colorblind male, X small b and Y. Surely they will receive Y chromosome from father, individual 1. So what about the X small b? They must receive it from individual 2. Therefore, individuals 2 must be X big B and X small b. So after we know the genotypes of the individuals 1 and 2, first of all do the labeling, and then with the parents, individuals 1 and 2, and the genotype, draw the gamete, and then do the combination of the gamete, and then so we can see that X big B, normal girl, X big B, X small b, also normal girl, and X big B, Y, normal boy, X small b, Y, who is the red-green color-blind boy. So the question is asking the probability of this newborn being a girl with red-green color blindness, and the answer is 0 because we cannot find a girl with the red-green color blindness. So for part C1, any possible question variation, it can ask you to deduce the genotype of the individuals 2 or the individual 3 and explain your answer, not by using the genetic diagram, but using your wordings to describe it. So you can watch this video, Crazy Genetics Pedigree Analysis, to do the revision. And then for part C2, individuals 4 and 5, they are twins. So can we determine whether they are identical twins or fraternal twins, and then explain your answer? So this question is checking out the concept about the identical twins. So for the identical twins, they have the same genetic makeup, they are of the same sex, and they look alike. Therefore, we need to know that in this question, it just tells us they are of the same sex and they are both suffering from red-green color blindness. But it doesn't mean that they are identical twins, because in this case, it only shows the inheritance of one trait and cannot tell if they have the same or different phenotypes in other traits. For example, the presence of the yellow or the blood group. Therefore, we cannot tell they are identical or fraternal twins. Let's talk about the curriculum mapping. This question is about color blindness. The question also gives you the idea of the red-green color blindness and the total color blindness. The red-green color blindness allele is located on the sex chromosome, and for the total color blindness allele is located on the autosome. And then the question asks you about the color vision and the pedigree. For the color vision, it asks you about the cone cell. Apart from the distribution of the cone cell on the retina, it can also ask you the accuracy of the cone cells. And then for the pedigree, it asks you to draw the genetic diagram and asks you to identify whether individuals 4 and 5 they are identical twins or the fraternal twins. We combine all the ideas. Surely it's about the disease approach. Therefore, this question is also one of my favorite questions. So apart from the red-green color blindness, any other disease is related to our eyes. For example, night blindness is one of the deficiency diseases, and then we lack the vitamin A, or the long-sightedness or the short-sightedness is also the very common disease. Therefore, the disease approach is not only a useful way for you to prepare for your exam, also a very practical way for you to learn biology and enjoy biology.